How's it going, Laser Bruce's up, Bobby Sixkilla, and welcome back to the Zodiac Trial. We had a big ending in the last one, and it is time for us to kick off with a new route. I thought I'd let you see my choices from the start, even if they're going to be skipped, so that you can follow along with my choices, if that makes sense, so that if you're playing along, you can know what I picked to get to where I am, rather than skipping ahead, because then you won't know how I got there. You know what I mean? Maybe it'd be easier for those that are playing along or using this as a guide or something like that, not just for the story. So to kick off, we're going to be starting with Ox's offer to hang with him, like we have done before, but I believe there's a whole section here we haven't done yet. We're going to go with Ox, and we are going to go with Bunny and Dog, which I believe we've done before as well. That's right. It's true. We already knew that. And then we're going to pick a different group to go with on the second run. I think we went with Bunny and Dog, so we're going to go with Ox and Dragon. I'm pretty sure we haven't done... Okay, we might have done that. Let's do something else. I have another suggestion. What is it, Mouse? I'm worried about the possibility that someone might have both traders in their group. Oh, come on, what are the chances of that? Or, what if the trader is someone like Horse or Tiger? No one in those groups can stand against them. She's not wrong. Nope. For that reason, I think we should, as a collective, pledge to all look in the same general area. Obviously not in the same specific places, that defeats the point of spreading out, but the same area of the floor. That way, if something goes wrong, we can call out to each other. I like that idea a lot. Me too. There's strength in numbers. The suggestion makes sense. Alright, okay, we'll go with that. If this is the plan, then what section of the school should we look through first? How about the second floor? You know what they say, first is the worst, second the best. Sure, let's do it already. I'm sick of talking about this. Dragon's curt remark cut the conversation off. We were all sick of just talking. We were antsy and nervous and sick. What would make us feel better? Looking for their dang trinkets. So everyone started searching throughout the same general portion of the second floor. We decided it'd be best if we checked out the second floor restroom. After all, no one had seemingly bothered to look there yet. It was a little bit awkward to enter the men's restroom, but desperate time calls for desperate measures. I don't think anyone would really have minded. The good thing about searching through restrooms is that there isn't a lot of area to cover, and you can only really hide things in the system. We were able to completely search through the men's restroom in a matter of minutes. Unfortunately, that search didn't wind up with any leads. We then decided to search through the other men's restrooms. For a while it looked like it would be the same thing. However, just as we were going to leave, Ox stopped us. Hey, look at this. Right behind the door, a safe lay on the floor. Due to the way the two-door entrance is set up, it was located in a place very easy to overlook. However, once Ox pointed it out, it was obvious. Great, this probably hides a trinket. Good, so we weren't completely wasting our time. Let's not start celebrating until we actually see what this is. We need a combination to open the safe. And there don't appear to be any hints written on the safe. Then the combination has to be hidden in the restroom. But we didn't find anything. We were looking for objects. If we start looking for numbers, we might find something. Well, we can try it. Fine. I don't have a better idea than this, so sure. Great. So we went back to looking for any hint as to what the safe's combination might be. Eventually I rolled out a roll of toilet paper. Completely unfurling it revealed a 4-digit combination written on the final piece. I've got it. You do? Great. Let's try and preserve some amount of dignity and open the safe outside the restroom. Works for me. We exited the restroom and brought the safe with us. Once outside we input the code. Sure enough, the safe opened to reveal a whistle and a sheet of paper. Huh. Must be a major trinket. Give me that. Dragon leaned in and grabbed the whistle. Ox, on the other hand, grabbed the paper. All this commotion brought some of the other searching parties to us. Hey, what's going on? Did you guys find a trinket? Yeah, but we're not sure what it does yet. Well then, I suppose I'll read the explanation. Ahem. This is the grouping whistle. Once activated, the 12 participants will be divided into their 4 packs. The packs each consist of 3 animals that move directly after one another. That is to say, Mouse, Ox and Tiger would be one pack, Bunny, Dragon and Snake would be another. Once packed, the participants cannot be unpacked. Participants in a pack will move together. If Mouse chooses to move one space, then on Mouse's turn, Mouse, Ox and Tiger will all be moved one space forward. The 3 members of a pack will share a fate. Every member of a pack will possess the personalities of their other pack members. Additionally, if one pack member is executed, all in the pack will be executed. And that's all it says. Wait, I don't get it. What's the point of this? I think it's actually a pretty useful item. Like, if I'm in a group with horse and monkey, I'd have an opportunity to move forwards with my action, with horse's action, and with monkey's action, right? That effectively triples how far we can move. Oh, right. So we should activate it. No, the trinket is a very fatal side effect. Members of a pack share personalities, right? Yeah, but which one? Like, if there's 3 members in a pack, there's 3 personalities. Which personality gets shared? And it stands to reason that the victorious personality and the defeated personality will spread to fellow group members, and increases the number of people with disadvantageous personalities. Alright. Just then, Dragon confidently entered the restroom. Dragon? Where are you going? This isn't the time to take a shit. Rooster, come on. What? Just then a high-pitched whistle played on all our tablets, and then an announcement. Congratulations, you've successfully been grouped. Your pack members are Ox and Tiger. Your life now depends on the survival of your pack. Don't forget that. What the hell? Hey, what's this? I thought we just explained why this is a bad idea. You should have said it a little louder to the person with the whistle. Dragon, why would she do this? As if cued by our complaints, she exited the restroom. Dragon? What the hell is this about? You got a problem with it? No, just curious as to your decision making is all. Coward. Coward! It's an apt title for those without the cojones to stand up to evil. That's what you are. Evil. You're saying I'm evil? You're talking to me. You're calling me evil to my face. Yeah, that's what I just did. Apparently you're evil, and you have poor listening comprehension. Imagine being 0 for 2 in such important categories. I weep for your offspring. I respect the balls on this guy. He's not courageous, he's just an idiot. I'm afraid he may be misinterpreting his behavior. Forget that, Dragon. What's the deal with grouping us like that? Weren't you listening to what Monkey said? Oh, I was. And I realized that this whistle represented a way to settle all of this fairly. Fairly? Before this, we had 2 secret traitors. By their silence, they weren't willing to give up their lives for us. That means they were just waiting for an opportunity to try and kill us all. Seems like a real shitty situation. My guess, it was just going to lead to backhanded trickery, mystery murders, and a whole breakdown of this group culminating in a bunch of complicated logic stuff. No part of that sounds appealing to me. But with this, 6 people have now defeated all victorious personalities, unless they got grouped together. Know what that means? Oh. So I'm not the only person paying attention. If the defeated personality is in last place when someone crosses the finish line, everyone with defeated or victorious personality survives. Originally this just referred to 2 people, but now it refers to 6. So the defeated personalities and the victorious personality should work together. Essentially, we now got the good old-fashioned gang war. 6 versus 6. Perfectly fair. Fair, you just made sure half of us would die. And I made sure 6 would survive. Instead of a confusing backstabbing game of tricks and smart people shit, this is a fair way of settling things. An earnest brawl between 2 teams. Brawl? Oh, you don't think this is going to be settled by using race mechanics, do you? This is now a turf fight. Work with your team and win. Survival of the fittest. Straightforward and fair, the best way to determine who gets to survive. I understand your point, Dragon, but I can't agree with your way of thinking. Well, too bad, because I already made the decision for us, and you can't undo it. So come on, Bunny and Snake, follow me to the 3rd floor. My pack needs a strategy meeting. Without another word, Dragon started walking away. Sorry guys, but this is how it is now. Good luck, I guess. I, for one, can't help but see this as an extremely crude method of settling things. I doubt that woman and I can see eye to eye on anything. However, I will, as they say, go with the flow on this one. Bunny and Snake followed Dragon as she walked away. What on earth is she talking about? How is a gang war fair? It's not fair to people like me, people who can't fight at all. Oh god, I really am gonna die here, aren't I? Fuck. Shit. Take a chill pill, would you? Chill pill? My team is you and Rooster, how am I supposed to feel calm about this? You just said why. I'm on your team. Have no fear, I never lose anything. Well, I guess I lost one thing. I'm talking about my Okay, that's enough of that. Pig anxiously started walking away from the group down the hallway, muttering furiously under her breath. Hey, where are you going? Get back here, you're on my side. This should be fun. Dog and Rooster followed after her. People are splitting up like nothing. What is Dragon talking about when she says that this is like a turf war? I get it. Honestly, I'm surprised she'd make the game like this, knowing that I'm here. You believe she'd be intimidated by your overwhelming physical presence? No, that's not what I mean. Oh? For now, Dragon's right. No offense, Mouse, Ox, Tiger, but you're not in my pack. I think it'd be best if I had a private discussion with Sheep and Monkey. Well, we're in no position to stop you, so go right ahead. Horse nodded and confidently walked to the nearby staircase. Wordlessly, sheep and monkey followed them. It was clear who the leader of that pack was, and just like that I was alone with Ox and Tiger. We should work with the other people that aren't affected. My pack. Wow. That was a lot. You're telling me. So what's the plan? I don't think we have a plan. Dragon just came in, found a completely disruptive major trinket and unearthed everything. I guess we got no choice but to join on this absurd gang war of hers. I was hoping for a better plan than that. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not exactly in peak fighting shape. And no offense, but your years as a prosecutor haven't seemed to toughen you up either. Ouch. I said no offense. Oh, in that case I'm not offended. You don't have to worry so much, Mouse. After all, you have me on your side. Well, thank God for small miracles, I guess. Gosh, things have really gotten bad, haven't they? I didn't get what Dragon was saying at all. She was afraid of the possibility that with two hidden traitors, things would be surprisingly violent in a complex way. Her argument is that this fairer, out in the open violence is somehow preferable to the prior type. I can see what she's getting at if you assume that things would deteriorate without this change. Do you agree that it would? It's hard to say. I don't think it's a leap in logic to say that people with the defeated and victorious personality types probably plan to sacrifice us. If they didn't, they probably would have confessed when we asked them out. Asked them to out. But that's not enough to say that they definitely would have been more deadly than this. The idea that it's going to be clean 6 people live, 6 people die situation is a fallacy. There's a real potential for only 3 to survive, or even none. I don't like the idea of this turning into a bloody battle. Can we stop that from happening? I doubt it. Then like it or not, it's happening. No one knew what to say. It was a cold, uncomforting truth, but it was the truth. The round's almost over. Should we input our moves? Yes, let's. I would think it would be obvious, but if either of you have a special personality, might as well tell me now before we check it for ourselves. I don't have one. Me neither. Okay then, in that case we should try and move as far as possible. We don't need to cross that line at the same time as the other group without a special personality. We can worry about that later, it's not like anyone's crossing the line this round. Unless... So what should our actions be? Who has a minor trinket? I don't have one on me, but I remember the code that was on one. I got a trinket too. I remember the code on the trinket Dog had. Let's try and use these 3 trinkets. If we're lucky, all 3 will be able to use ours. In that case, we're moving a minimum of 9 spaces. And that movement will grow exponentially if the other groups use theirs. Well, even in the best case, we won't be able to finish this round, but we can try to get within striking distance of the finish line. Got it. Sounds like a plan. Alright. I'll use this restroom to put in my action. You 2 can use the nearby classrooms. Right. This should take almost no time, so let's do that and meet back here. And with that, we briefly split up to input our actions. I was a little worried on whether or not my code would be accepted, or if someone else who saw the code could have entered it first. Luckily, it seemed to go through fine. I left the restroom and a couple of moments later, Ox and Tiger returned. Did everything go well? It did for me. Same here. Great. We should go down to the cafeteria and monitor the results of the round. It may provide us with a very useful clue. Not to be a nervous Nelly over here or anything, but don't you think the others will also try and check the results? They might, but so what? They might try and attack us. They might try and attack us here. Conflict is inevitable. We can't be scared away from information just because we might be attacked. I guess. Yeah, you're right. I was just being cowardly for a second. Don't worry about it. Everyone has doubts. The important thing is that you overcame them. I wouldn't... Onwards! Tiger boldly led the charge down to the cafeteria. So long as I followed her, I felt a little safe. Horse is probably the strongest person here, but Tiger had the second place title. She could protect us, at least for now. We got to the cafeteria without incident, and when we arrived, there wasn't anyone there. Phew. Well, this is a relief. Don't drop your guard. Just because there's no one around here, no one here now, doesn't mean there won't be anyone coming. The round isn't over yet. We waited around a bit longer until the TV started to show the round results.
Round 4 has ended. Now let us see how the race has progressed.
Minor trinket to move 3 spaces. Oh yeah, same pack. Oh my god. Well, they've all got a trinket, so that's good for them. Bunny doesn't get to do shit. Dragon doesn't get to do shit. And Dragon was the one who wanted to do this. And they're going to be at the back. Horse moved 3 spaces with his gallop. Sheep run 1 space. Pig's the one who can do big jumps, right? He can move heaps. Rooster used encouraging crow on sheep. Not bad. Pig runs... Oh, but can't the pig jump like fucking miles?
Now round 5 has begun. Do your best and choose wisely.
That round was certainly more eventful. To be expected, it's a free-for-all at this point. But hey, we're in the lead. Sort of. We're tying with horse, sheep and monkey. They were able to keep up thanks to Rooster's encouraging crow thing. Why'd he boost that group? Can he have used it on one of his partners? The fact that he foregoed crowing his partners means one thing. That they're the defeated one. That group must have the defeated personality. His theory is especially likely when you consider that Pig didn't use her ability, which would have single-handedly moved her group 9 spaces. They don't want to come first. They want to come last. That makes sense, but just then I saw that someone had entered the back of the cafeteria. They'd actually been in the back of the room for a while. Bunny, what are you doing here? Sorry, I don't want to fight. I just wanted to check how this round went. Dragon sent me here to scout. Good thing too, now I know who my allies are. Allies? Well, it has to be you guys. Why would you say that? Okay, Dragon, Snake and I don't have either defeated or victorious. Our first order of business is to find which pack also didn't have either personality. Judging by these results, I'd say Dog's pack has a defeated personality. And since they decided to boost Sheep's pack, that group probably has the victorious personality type. Hold on, you're making some assumptions with your logic there. Just because Sheep's pack was boosted doesn't mean they have the victorious personality type. Yeah, maybe those packs made contact and are working together now, or maybe Rooster just doesn't care which pack wins. That's true, but I also eavesdropped on some of your conversation. To me, it sounds like you didn't have the didn't sound like you had the victorious personality. Well, your assessment is right. We're on your side. That's great to hear, is what I wish I could say. Honestly, it's a bit of a disappointment. Oh, and why's that? Why do you think? I wanted our packs to be aligned with the pack horses in. If their win conditions are contrary to ours, that means we'll have to go up against him. Unless... Actually, okay, this might work. What might work? Tiger, are you willing to help fight? Of course. Great. The plan will work better like this. What plan? So currently, there's a room on the second floor that Dragon is hiding out in. It's likely that once Horse decides to move, he's going to try and defeat the other packs physically. The idea was that I should scout out this round's results to figure out whether or not Horse is on our side. She said that it'd be obvious who had the defeated personality, and from there, I'd be able to figure out who had the victorious personality. If it turned out that Horse was on our side, great. I'd go and try and recruit him. But if we were up against each other, I was to act as bait, find Horse, and lure him into the room Dragon's in. Then Dragon would leap out of her hiding spot, ambush him, and the two of us would try and kill him using some makeshift weapons we'd found. Sounds like a dumb plan. Yeah, there's no honor in a sneak attack. Who cares about honor? That's not what I'm talking about. Even with the element of surprise and weapons, I don't know if you two could beat him. I don't know either, but we have to if Horse is against us. However, this will work even better if you three help. Help? Instead of me being the bait, you three could. It even sort of makes more sense that way, right? You could get him to chase you into the room. Then Dragon and I would leap at him, and the 5 of us could take him down. Ox, Mouse, no offense, but I don't know if you'd be much help. But if Dragon, Tiger, and I went up against him together, we'd have a real chance. Hell yeah, we would. Mouse, Ox, let's do it. Hold on. Why should we work together with your group? Seems like a bit of a leap of faith on our part. After all, Dragon was the one who got us in this mess in the first place. I'm not exactly eager to help her at the moment. Okay, Ox, buddy, I totally get you. I hear you. You're not wrong. Dragon made a real mistake the way she handled things, and you're not the only one annoyed at her. But have you seen Horse? Speaking as someone with experience dealing with fighters, Horse isn't someone we can let run amok. If we don't deal with him early, as a group, efficiently, he'll liable to pick us off one by one until we're all dead. So if you want your pack to live, working with us is really the best option. Ox, I think we should do it. I get the feeling Bunny's right. We have to handle Horse. I suppose you're correct. Fine. Show us to the ambush room. And like that, Bunny's pack and ours had reached an uneasy alliance. It was hard to full-on trust anyone under the circumstances, but Horse was a larger problem. He had to be stopped, no matter what. Bunny showed us to a fairly small-looking room. Dragon's hiding in there, so if Tiger shows up, lead her in there. Should we go update her on the plan? I'd like to, but Bunny looked nervously at the nearby staircase. It would really suck if she revealed her hiding spot and Horse walked in on us. Still, not informing her could lead to some potentially dangerous confusion. Okay, how about this then? Bunny looked around once more and then quickly opened the door. Dragon, Mouse's pack is working with us. Don't kill them, okay? Thanks, bye. Just like that, he slammed the door. That should take care of that. Well, I guess so. I'll hide in a nearby room, then run in when the assault happens. Why aren't you hiding in that room as well? I don't know how well you can tell just by looking at the window, but that room's pretty small. There aren't 2 spaces to hide, and if Horse saw me, he'd realize this was an ambush. And you're sure you're not using this as an excuse to run away when the fight starts, and leave the hard work to Dragon and Tiger? Of course not. If I did that and Horse won, I'd stand no chance on my own. It's a dumb move no matter how you look at it. Jeez, Ox, why do you have to be such a buzzkill all the time? Just trust Bunny, he's not the type to pull something shady off. Are you serious? Okay. Great. I imagine Horse is going to start looking for the others, so just patrol around this floor. You'll run into him soon. I believe in you. With those inspiring words, Bunny hid in the nearby room, leaving us to lure out a huge muscular guy into an ambush. Not exactly a fun situation, but we didn't have many choices. So, what now? I suspect Bunny's analysis is right. From what I got of Horse's character, it won't surprise me if he begins to proactively look for opponents soon. You sure about that? If he was smart, he would have no need to. It's easier to attack than defend, and with Monkeys and Roosters' help, he's in a good position to win the race. But that doesn't seem like Horse's style. I would guess that any minute he'll... Ox? Behind you. I did indeed turn around behind me, and sure enough, Horse was standing there. Except... what's that on his face? A skull mask? Who cares about that? It's time to fight. Hey, Horse. Get your ass over here. Let's settle this. Instead of answering, Horse began to pick up speed as he approached us. It wasn't long before he was in a sprint. Guys, quickly in here. He's got the skull mask out again. He's a fucking nutcase. Ox yanked my arm and brought me into the ambush room. Tiger followed after us. Entering, I looked for where Dragon would be hiding. But I didn't see any hiding spots that jumped out at me. Instead, the eye-catching thing was the stack of rags right in the corner next to the entrance. It was a surprisingly high pile, and they were covered in... is that grease? Oil? I suddenly got a bad feeling. It was a trick. We should have checked that Dragon was in there first. Ox, we should... Before I could finish my statement, Horse came barreling in after us. My, what cramped quarters you've chosen for our duel. If this is what you want your coffin to be, have at it. Horse leapt forward at Tiger, who knocked him back. But before the fight started in earnest, someone opened the door. Dragon? Sorry, but this is how you fight a war. With that, she held out a silver lighter with a red dragon emblem. She lit a rag and threw it into the nearby stack. Then she slammed the door. No. Dragon, what is she doing? She's using us as sacrifices. We're currently trapped in a burning room. The stack was burning at an incredible rate, already a full fire. This room's pretty small. It'll be filled with smoke in no time and we'll choke to death. Huh. Think they can close me in? In the back I saw Bunny and Dragon blocking the door with a trophy case. The two were pushing it from the other side, keeping us in. Take this! Horse slammed on the door hard. There was a bit of a leeway, but the barrier still held surprisingly well. Fine, let's try this. Horse slammed his fist through the glass window of the door. He began to reach out, grasping at things outside. But all of a sudden he let out a cry. He reeled in pain and fell limply to the ground. What just happened? He's unconscious. Maybe dead. What? Why? How should I know? That's not important right now. We gotta get out of here. I know that. The question is how. First off, let me get Horse's body out of the way. Ox and I tried to drag the corpse, but Tiger ended up doing most of the lifting. The path to the door was now clear. The amount of smoke had reached a point where I had to stay low. At least there's a hole in the window. The fire was also spreading. Tiger tried pushing out on the door, and while it did get pushed slightly open, it was soon pushed back in place. It was hard to tell, but I could guess all members of Dragon's group were doing their best to shut us in. Dang it, what should I do? Tiger was clearly getting frustrated. There was no telling what might happen if I just let her do whatever. I needed to help out. What do you tell her? Oh my god. Alright, finally get a choice. It's been a while since we had a choice. This might be our first choice on this path, actually. Well, like any RPG, when you're exploring a cave, you always want to explore the dead ends before you explore the proper ends, to get all the treasures, you know what I mean? So let's try to grab them through the windows, because that is obviously not going to work. Tiger, there's an opening in the window. Try and grab one of them through it. That way we can fight back. On it. Without even hesitating, Tiger stuck her hand through the window and tried to grab at the others. She actually got a hold of Dragon. Through the window I could see Dragon's panic. Yes! However, that sense of victory didn't last very long. Moments later, Tiger cried out in pain. What? What happened? I didn't see Dragon do anything. As Tiger recoiled away from the door, I saw Snake's head right under the window. Snake? He was in on this bullshit plan too? Of course he would be. That'd be just like him. Tiger fell to the floor. Tiger? Ox and I ran over to her. Ox looked at her arm. She's been injected with something. Like with a syringe? Yeah, probably poison. Shit. Shit! Impulsively, I ran at the door. Maybe the unexpected force would be effective. The door didn't even budge. I just fell on the floor. Ugh. Looking over, the fire was spreading. Some of the smoke was going through the hole in the window, but not enough. Was this the end? Mouse? Mouse, stay with me! I heard Ox's voice, but I heard an even louder ringing. This was it, wasn't it? Yeah, probably. Then I should just rest. In a thoroughly unpeaceful situation, I passed peacefully. A final victory. 6 of clubs. The situation Mouse found herself in was certainly hectic. However, keeping a clear head at these times is vital for success. If Mouse doesn't analyse her surroundings quickly and clearly, things will take a turn for the worst. It's unlikely Mouse would trip at this stage, though. Yes. Because that was an obvious mistake. But that's why I picked it. Knock the door off its hinges. Tiger, try knocking the door off its hinges. How will that clear a path? Just do it. There was no time to discuss. If we spent any more time in here, there was a serious danger that one of us dropping dead. Tiger began kicking the door near its hinges. With a few solid blows, the hinges came off. Now push the top of it. Tiger obliged, pushing the top of the door. It came down on top of the trophy case, and Dragon's attempts to block the doorway were ineffective. The wide opening let plenty of smoke out, and also gave Tiger an opportunity. She took 2 steps back, then rushed forwards and leapt through the opening. Desperate to escape the crisis, Ox and I followed suit. And like that, we narrowly escaped the burning classroom with our lives. It was frankly a miracle. We were almost killed. Dragon almost killed us. Completely betrayed. That group, Dragon, Snake and Bunny, stood before us in the hall. Dragon was holding some loose piping that she'd gotten from who knows where. Bunny had a bat in his hand. Snake, on the other hand, was just holding a syringe. A syringe? He must have found some poison from the chemistry lab. Still, didn't seem like a particularly good fighting weapon. You jerks! What was that about? Simple, we wanted to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's your fault for believing us so easily. Horse's group isn't the one with the victorious personality. Dragon's is. Dragon did nothing but smirk at this. You think you can just kill me off? Just like that? You're not gonna get away with this. I looked nervously to Tiger. It was clear that the struggle with the door and the smoke had weakened her. Ha! You want to settle this here and now? I'm game. Dragon started to approach her, but Snake called out, Dragon, wait. God, what is it, dude? Tiger's weakened. We're not going to get a better opportunity than this. Perhaps, but it's still not going to be an easy fight. It'll injure us and leave us easy targets to the vultures. Vultures? Examine the situation carefully. Dragon closed her eyes, lost in thought for a moment. When she opened them, she was in a much calmer state. Fine. We'll settle this later. And just like that, Dragon turned around and started walking away. Snake and Bunny followed her. I mean, it worked out great for them because Horse is dead and he was on our side, technically. Although he'd gone into psycho mode, so I guess he's not on anyone's side. Hey, where do you think you're going? You think we'll let you get away that easily? Tiger, calm down. You're in no position to fight right now. And unfortunately, the 2 of us won't be much help. Let's retreat for now. Fine. Tiger looked sullen, but she turned around and made her way to the nearby stairwell. Ox and I followed her. But as we went down the hallway, we saw people running away at the end of another hallway. Hey, who was that? Probably Rooster Pig and Dog. I imagine this is what Snake meant when he referred to vultures. They must have opportunistically looked to take down the winner of the fight they heard. Wait, does that make sense? Pig's Pack should be working with dragons, right? Maybe, but I don't know if Pig's Pack knows that yet. What are you two talking for? Let's get a move on. Wouldn't it be a huge advantage if Dragon let them know? Right, let's. We weakenedly made our way back to the cafeteria. The incident left us with low spirits and low energy. After all, we were utterly betrayed and saw Horse die. I just realised, if Dragon's Pack has the victorious personality, Horse's group was actually on our side. Fuck! So he died for nothing. Dragon was right. There was nothing short of full-blown idiocy for us just to accept the fact that they didn't have the victorious personality without proof. Some combination of Bunny's convincing performance and my own poor thinking brain. It's entirely my fault. Why? I was supposed to catch things like that. Wait, so it's just your responsibility to do the thinking around here? No, I didn't mean. Because as far as I see it, Tiger and I fell for it just as much as you did. So unless you think you're smarter than us, I don't see how you can say you're supposed to catch things like that. You're right, I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated. We all are. But let's change that frustration into something useful. Because sitting around here and lamenting the past is going to do absolutely fuck all for us. That's the spirit, Mouse. Let's find a way to kick Dragon's ass and survive together. Just then we noticed two figures entering the cafeteria. Mouse, Ox, Tiger, can we talk? I believe we have much to discuss. Sure, come right in. Mouse, are you sure? What's there to question? They're on our side. But do we know that? We do. We weren't far from Horse when he chased after you. We kept our distance for safety reasons, but we saw a lot of what was happening. Geez, how many spectators were just hiding on the sidelines when we were burning to death? Sorry, we just thought that even if we tried to help, we'd just get knocked away by Dragon or Bunny. That's probably correct. Afterwards, we checked on Horse and Sheep wasn't able to finish his statement. She didn't need to. I'm sorry, Sheep. We didn't know... Well, we thought it was him or us. We aren't here to pass judgment on you. You must grapple with what has happened on your own. Then why are you here? Are you here to join the fight? In a way, but not how you think. Huh? Did you guys think what would happen after Horse died? What do you mean? Let me put it simply. Horse is in a state where he'll be unable to input actions on his tablet. If he doesn't input an action this round, he'll be executed. And if anyone other than him uses his tablet, he'll be executed. Even his partners can't use it. Wait, but that means, with these new rules, when one member of a pack is executed, the whole is executed. So to put simply, Sheep and I are dead women walking. No. If you kill one member of a pack, you effectively kill the group. That can't be right. You guys haven't done anything wrong. To die like this, it's unfair. Life's unfair. You two can't seriously be okay with this, can you? I can't speak for Sheep, however, I've spent much of my life coming to terms with my own mortality and limitations. It is unfortunate that my spiritual journey must come to an end here. But on the whole, I'm at peace. Faced with the inevitable, I am free to feel some sense of tranquility. I really, really, really don't want to die, but maybe it's right that I do. So long as I'm a victim, then forget it. I can't do anything about it, so I have no choice but to accept it. Sheep. Monkey. I felt tears welling to my eyes. These two did nothing wrong, and yet they'll end up like this? I have no idea how they were taking things so well. So, did you come here just to tell us you were going to die? Ox. No. I want to avenge Horse, so for our last round I wanted to ask if there's anything we could do to help. Using my ability, I can move your group 4 spaces forward. With that, maybe you can win the race. Assuming Dragon doesn't kill you guys first. Assuming. They were offering to help. I appreciate your help, Monkey, I really do. However, could I ask you to use your ability on Pig's Pack? Pig's Pack? They want to come in last place. We're already set to win the race if we keep up the pace we're going. Even if the other groups use minor trinkets, they'll just speed us up. The problem is, if the defeated pack comes in very last, there are 2 ways to prevent that. 1, we could steal the tablets from the defeated pack members and forcibly make them move quicker. Or 2, we push them past one of the other packs. 2 of them have to move 1 space every turn. If we can combine that with Monkey copying Rista's ability, we can push them past Dragon's group. Good thinking, Mouse. However, we should think about some backup plans. Backup plans? It's still... Just then I heard the sound of a pin dropping. And then blindness. A flashbang? The world was white. My head was spinning, ears ringing. I was in a dazed state, but I was able to put together one clear thought. Was that a fucking flashbang? Where in the world did that come from? I couldn't just stay still. I didn't know what to do, so I just sort of flailed my body in random directions, hoping to scare people off. Then as I started to come to, I realized what was happening. All over the cafeteria, Bunny, Snake, Dragon, Rooster, Pig, and Dog were all assaulting our group. I immediately noticed Snake holding a scalpel rushing me. Fuck! I dodged away from him and started to put as much distance between me and him as I could. Ox seemingly wasn't actually targeted by anyone. Sheep, however... Sorry about this. Dog plunged some bladed weapon right into Sheep's chest, close range. Sheep! I knew she was going to die anyways, but to end up like that, it was horrible. Dog, that asshole! But Dog wasn't the only one ambushing us. Rooster grabbed at Monkey, trying to pin her down. However, through the act of seeming good luck, Monkey was somehow able to slip out of Rooster's grasp. Immediately, she started sprinting down the hall. Rooster chased after her. The biggest fight, however, was Bunny and Dragon attacking Tiger. Tiger was affected by the flashbang, but even still, her wild swinging was keeping the two at bay. However, she was definitely losing the fight. Alright, enough playing around. Dragon pulled out a knife with her left hand. Time to eat dirt, shitface. Dragon charged at Tiger and swung down on her with the knife. However, luckily, Tiger caught Dragon's wrist. Ha, what a laugh. You want to know what happened to the last crazy bitch who came at me with a knife? Not really. Dragon dropped the knife to her right hand and then stabbed down on Tiger's shoulder blade. She landed a solid gash and Tiger cried out in pain. Using the momentum, Dragon slashed at Tiger again. Tiger moved out of the way, but it still nicked her side. Tiger was pissed. She screamed out and began swinging wildly. "I'll fucking kill you." Tiger, quit it. She seemed to pause a moment when I said it. "You're too injured, we need to retreat." Just then, Bunny ran in with a knife of his own. Tiger knocked him away, but got her arm cut in the process. She cried out and then grimaced. "Fine." Tiger ran over to me. This sight caused Snake to promptly stop his pursuit. Ox also ran over towards me. The three of us ran together, retreating until we were at a safe in a different nearby room. Then we sat down, held our breath, and hoped the others wouldn't see where we were. After a bit, it became clear that we weren't being chased. Thank God for that. We were in a wrecked state. What the hell was that? How did someone get a flashbang? How should I know? I don't even know how Brian would get his hands on that. Honestly, all things considered, that didn't go as bad as it could have. Sheep's brutal murder aside, the rest of us got out alive. Tiger was deeply injured though, which was a serious drawback. She tried to bandage her wounds with pieces of her own shirt as much as she could, but she was clearly still injured. In a full-on fight, Dragon or Bunny both had real shots at taking her down. Things are looking grim. Shit. What are we going to do now? I don't know, but it's unlikely we'll be able to win just by participating in the race. We're going to need to take their tablets. And how are we going to do that? Bunny, Dragon, Snake, Rooster, Pig, and Dog. They're all united. You're a united front at this point. Meanwhile, it's just the three of us against them. Makes me wonder. There are 6 of them. There's 3 of us. Was it right to fight this? Sure, I was angry at them for what they did, but at this point, twice as many people could live if we let them work together. If we just sat down and died. What do you do? Well, obviously I want to fight back, but we still need to know what happens if we do the dead end, right? Let's accept defeat first. Actually, no, we're going to wrap this episode up. We're going to wrap this episode up, and in the next one we'll accept defeat, and then we'll fight back, and we'll see where we end up. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.